how's it going out there, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. Coming to you today with a little real talk with Stepdaddy Cash. We're going to talk about the mental part of trucking and life. And I'm going to tell you about life experiences I've had, things I've figured out. I'm going to share those with you. Hopefully it'll bring a little success to your life, or at least open up a new train of thought. And let's get right into it. So, the title of this video is Birds of a Feather Flock Together. If you don't know what that old saying means, it means people of a certain mentality will hang out together. You know, you very rarely catch a banker and a thief hanging out together. You know, usually you catch the bankers hanging out together and the thieves hang out together, you know, or as I like to say, you get the winners, you know, hashtag winning gang, you get those guys hanging out together, and then you get the losers hanging out together. So, and I'll tell you something that really makes this obvious is YouTube and the trucking industry on YouTube. You notice there, boy, there's a lot of little niches in there, and there's winners and there's losers in that, and I'll make it plainly obvious for you, okay? So watch out who you're listening to on YouTube, because, you know, there's certain truckers that are just, I don't see how they got 2 subscribers. I don't. All they talk about is negative things. All they do is hate on people. All they do is just try to bring people down, okay? And like, watch out listening to those guys, because all that hate resonates. You know, when you listen to someone that hates all the time, that hate, you'll like kind of start to take on that mentality. You know, because to me, if you're watching them on YouTube, that's like hanging out with them. You know, and you really got to watch, you know, the feminine voice tweakers and you know, the people that, you know, ain't got 2 nickels to rub together. You know, you got to watch out listening to those people on YouTube. The ones, you know, that can't have success, no matter what they do in life, they can't have success. And I'll get into that a little bit more here in a minute, because that's a mindset. But watch out hanging out with the losers on YouTube versus the winners on YouTube. And, you know, it's like, if I had my failures, yes, I've had my failures. But it's not an overwhelming theme of my life to just be failure. You know, maybe they burn up all their brain cells smoking drugs or whatever. I don't know. You know, I don't know these people. I watch 2 seconds of them and I'm like, who is watching this? Because, you know, like, why would you want to fill your mind with that would be my question. But let's get back to the failure and the success of it. You know, I had a couple businesses early in life that kind of did good for a while and then not so good. And I think there's a mindset there, and I'm gonna share something with you here, and if you let me know in the comments if you agree with me or not. But I think it's easier to mentally handle failure, or at least see how failure could go in your mind, than success. Okay? And what I mean by that is, a lot of people will go into a business, or they will buy a truck and never have a plan. Okay? It's just, it's going to work. I'm going to get in there, and I've run no business plan. I've run no thoughts on what kind of money I think I'll make. I'm just going to buy a truck and I'm going to hope for the best. I like a positive mindset, but I also like a realistic mindset as well. And what that is it's like, okay, you can have some success, but then when things get tough, are you going to see it through? Okay, that's the key, because successful people will see it through. See, that's the key. That's the key. And whether you're, you know, that's not just like being an owner-operator. That's a company driver as well. You know, there's a big difference between a successful company driver and a failure company driver. You know, one guy makes a lot of money, gets his job done, goes home, and the other guy, everything's a problem. The company's screwing me over. The this and the that, and the this and the... I used to work for an LTL union company, and I would go into the office, and all the drivers would be sitting around waiting on their, you know, dispatch for the day, and there was a group of older guys that would be in there and just like, oh, this company's the worst. They're screwing us over. We're blah, blah. And I'm like, why on earth are you here if it is that bad? I mean, that's the question I ask. You know, I know you got seniority. I know you got this, but like that mental mindset. So it's easier, and if you've got no 1 year plan, no 2 year plan, 3, 4, 5, 20-year plan, you've got nothing to work towards, and I think that breeds a lot of the failure you see in trucking. Because if you've got no goal, if you don't have a destination, how do you know where you're going? You understand? So I know I kind of trailed a little bit on this video, but I just wanted to break that down and let you know, keep in mind that to truly succeed, you kind of got to hang out with successful people, and you got to learn successful habits versus, watching haters on YouTube. I mean, is the drama fun? It is to some people. I tell people, if I want drama in my life, I'll go back to watching Mexican soap operas on Telemundo. Because, hey, at least if I'm going to have drama in my life, I'm going to have some spicy senoritas involved in it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to watch some 3 IQ truck drivers sit around and, just talk smack about somebody because they can't put together 2 successful things in a row. It's like, oh, I've had one success and then a failure. Success, failure, success. It's like, and I get back to that mindset. Here's what it is. When you start having a little bit of success, it's almost like you've only known failure in your life. So it's hard to imagine having something really, really successful in your life. So when you've had nothing but failures, you got to get out of that failure mindset, okay? You got to get out of that, everybody's doing me wrong. Because if you're switching jobs constantly because that company did me wrong, this company did me wrong, that company did me wrong. As my brother DIY says, at what point do you go, is the company the a-hole or am I the a-hole? Like, if you can't have success, maybe it's, maybe you're the asshole. Just saying. I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody, but that's kind of how I see it. So, I had a business outside of trucking that was really successful. I made a ton of money on that thing. And early on in that business, it started succeeding so fast that honestly, I couldn't get my head around that kind of success. I had never had that kind of success before. And it really took me like a year or two of running that business to go, okay, maybe this all isn't going to end tomorrow. Maybe this success will continue. Maybe I've got to start getting myself in a mindset of this is going to go for a long time successfully, And once I started doing that, it just made it so much more clear. And the funny thing with that business is I had made a 1 year and a 5 year and a 10-year business plan. And I will tell you, I was shooting for the moon with that business plan. And I'll be damned if that business, I went back and tracked it, and that business pretty much hit that business plan that I had made perfectly. Like it was crazy. The 2nd year revenue was almost dead on what I had predicted. The 3rd year revenue, the 4th year, the 5th year, the revenues were like almost exactly what I thought they were going to be. And I was being very hopeful, and I was being maybe a little too optimistic, I thought, at the time. But maybe I had like projected that in my mind because it was so spot on, and maybe if, and I had plans for, if it was not as good, I was going to do this. If it was better, I would have done this. But it's about the mindset, and on YouTube trucking, let me tell you, you ride around listening to the losers all day and the haters. You know what I mean? Like, here's the thing. There's builders and there's breakers, okay? There's people that build things and there's people that are on here just to tear down what other people are building. It's no good to me. I would rather turn off YouTube and I'd rather watch anything than YouTube trucking when it's just a hater on there hating. I swear to God. I watched a little bit of it before and a little bit of the drama, and then I learned it's like majority of this stuff is all made up. These guys are hating on each other right now, and then 2 weeks later they're best damn friends. I don't get it. It's because it's about they're trying to build their channel through drama. It's what it is. So be mindful of that. Stay away from it. Keep your head out of it. Find people that are in the industry you want to be in, or are in the industry you're in, that are having success, and stick with those guys. You know, that's my take on it. I'm out of here, everybody. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like the video if you want more of these. I love making these because I get to rant about things that are on my mind and get it. It's almost like therapy for me. So thank you guys. You can send me the bill, and be sure to hit all those buttons down there. Check out the description, and I'll see you next time. Take care of each other. Remember, people are more important than trucking. Bye.